I had a dream where I was in a pool complex, and this is kind of how it started off. Because this is the pool complex that I used to go to often as a kid, and it's just the easiest thing to manifest in the dream, of course. But I started to make adjustments to it. A lot of my dreams have the capabilities to significantly change the environment, like add and remove very elaborate structures. And I'm not necessarily lucid, it's just an innate ability that I have with my dreams, because my dreams are considered a completely different environment, often non-physical, and I just have a varying degree of godlike abilities. But I can go lucid, and it does add certain things to or certain abilities, often or not, with a lot of my dreams. I don't really know that I'm dreaming, I just know that I'm in a different environment, and I don't have to worry about physical harm or certain consequences, and that I can create different objects. So this was how it started off, and initially, actually right off the bat, all of these tiles and stuff and the columns, they were the same material. They are the same polished beige stone, and it's kind of like the color of this. And that's typically what I do for pool environments. It's really easy to maintain. The color is just natural. You don't have to put any effort into it. When it comes to details, you leave out as much as possible. Like in the environment, I didn't have a rail. You don't have to worry about falling down in this dream environment. There wasn't stairs. It's more of just a smooth slope. There wasn't hard edges like this, and that's how I'm able to maintain these environments and do work on them. As well, this slide here was changed up a bit. I don't think the slide was there to begin with, but I made a slide upon somebody's request. I put it about 20 feet up, and it's just really simple. You just go down it straight, and you can jump or you can drop into any part of the pool that you want without dying. And I keep slides, diving boards, and diving platforms 20 feet up in pool complexes, because you don't have to look at them, so 20 feet or higher. If you don't look upwards, then you don't have to maintain it in the dream. It just makes the dream easier to do, and it's funner to drop that far. So what I did with this pool complex is I brought these two sides very close together, and this one casual side, which is heated, it was higher than this side, so you can jump from here to here. And I also connected the ends of these pools and elongated them. This side's not heated, but I heated it. Well, once it was connected, it was, naturally heated. So what I did was these were both elongated, like 3 or 4 times as long as they are here. And I connected the ends of them so you can kind of loop in a circle. And this side was on a 45-degree slope. It's kind of like going down a super wide slide, and there was columns in the water, and there was like a wavy pattern at the bottom of the pool, like the way it was cut out. So when you go underwater and go down the slide, you're avoiding all these columns and like going up and down on these huge lumps, and it's pretty amusing. And when you wanted to redo the slide, all you had to do was go through this flat area and then wrap around. You didn't actually have to go up anything. It was kind of economical. Didn't really make any sense, but it was, desirable in a dream. You don't want to have to take the time or effort to go upstream or upstairs or anything. So it's important to keep mechanical items out of these dreams. I don't know if this is actually going to benefit your dreaming, because it's just something that develops with dreaming. Once you get into altered states, or like continuously having altered states, it just develops over time. You avoid manifesting or looking at mechanical things, like very intricate items, usually made out of metal, because it can be distorted quickly, and it also makes the dream less pleasant. You want to keep things natural. So I had, like I said, I believe I said, and just everything except for, actually absolutely everything, the walls, the pool bottom, the various things that you can walk on without going in a pool, whatever it's called, the walkways, they were all the same polished stone, and you didn't have to worry about breaking your head on them because it was a almost lucid dream for 70% of it. The last 30% was lucid, and I wasn't really concerned about certain things that I said if people are interacting with people in certain ways. That's about all I gain with lucid dreaming over my standard dream setup, my standard dream abilities. So I was creating elaborate environments. I was trying to create a hot tub later, but I couldn't because I was in a lucid dream, and the dream started to destabilize because I started questioning everything. I knew that I was asleep in a different environment simultaneously, and I just couldn't maintain new things that I created. For instance, I went over to the hot tub in this existing layout. It wasn't filled with water and it was dirty, and I tried to clean it and fill it with water, and that's very basic considering the things that I was doing with this master layout, and I couldn't. It just wouldn't. It kept resetting to the dirty waterless section that it was. And yeah, people were like, "We need a hot tub." I'm like, "The water's heated," but they insisted they wanted a hot tub because there was like 300 people in this pool complex, and I couldn't really make it. I couldn't sustain it. And then somebody asked me to create an underground firing range. So there's this guy who's a militant type, and he was like, "Can you create me an underground firing range?" And this is when I was lucid as well. And there's like an elevator. I tried to create an elevator that was just extruded out of the ground normally, and you would go down it and go into this underground cutout area, and couldn't even keep the rectangular area down there stabilized. So I knew that I wasn't going to be able to actually create the targets and the boost and whatnot. It was just going to be too much. And when I woke up, I was like, I should have created a whirlpool like section where you just kind of go around the outside of the section and it pulls you. It's just a circular current, and those are always fun. Should have done that. And that's the dream that I had. See ya.